All right, so to move on, we have the rate of chemical reactions today. And we simply put, we are looking at how fast or slow a reaction is. And so this is what we have. The rate of reaction is given by the change in amount of substance, which are reactant or product, divided by time. So rate, simply put, we are talking about time. When you look at the graph here, this graph shows amount of product produced, then this shows reactant. Now, when you notice this, it means that when the reaction is starting, the reactants are used up quickly. But as it goes on, the rate at which reactants are used up decreases. Meaning that products at first will be formed at a faster rate, but as time goes by, the amount of product produced, the rate at which they are produced, is going to reduce. So this is a separate diagram that we have. This showing products formed, and the other one showing reactant, actually reacting, meaning the reaction is decreasing as the reaction is going for completion. It's going to a stop. So now what factors affect the rate of chemical reaction? One factor is the size of particles. Now when we are talking about size of particles, we are talking about the surface area. Meaning, for example, when the reactants are in powdered form, the rate of reaction will be quick than those that are in large particles. Number two, it's concentration. So for concentration, what we have there is the higher the concentration, the higher the rate of chemical reaction. Pressure is another factor. Now, pressure usually deals with gases. High pressure on particles brings them very close to each other, and that results into collision. So this means that the higher the pressure, the higher the rate of chemical reaction. Temperature also is another factor that affects the rate of chemical reaction. An increase in temperature increases the average kinetic energy of particles, and that will increase the rate of chemical reaction. Reducing the temperature reduces the rate of chemical reaction. A catalyst does not change itself, but it only speeds up the rate of chemical reaction. So this is what you should understand as the factors that affect the rate of chemical reaction. 1, size of particles. 2, concentration. 3, pressure. 5, temperature. Of course, a catalyst is involved, and it is only there to speed up the rate of chemical reaction. So briefly, this is what you should know. Now, when you look at this graph, there's something that I want you to notice. Let's take, this is the amount of product, and this is the time taken. Now, when you see something like a graph going like this, let's take, for example, this reactant are particles, these are in powdered. So we say this graph is showing that the reaction is taking place quicker for those that are in powder, but for those that are just in chunks, it's quite slow. But when the graph reaches at this point, it shows that the reaction is going for completion when it goes straight like this. So this is the concept that I wanted also you to understand about rate of chemical reaction. Thank you for watching.